Well, one of the things that we're seeing with the threats this year is just the speed at which these adversaries are moving. In particular, e-crime was up massively, and 75% of all the intrusions that we've seen are related to e-crime. One of the stats that we actually gave was something we call breakout time, and that is when an adversary gets onto a system, it takes about an hour and a half to move off that system to another one on the network. That's down from 4 hours in the prior year. So we're seeing the speed and the impact that they're having all across the globe when we think about ransomware and just how devastating it is.
Yeah, the threats moving faster, more of them. You just last week launched Falcon Forensics for GovCloud. How does this fit in to your portfolio of offerings, and what is this going to enable you to do vis-a-vis the competition?
Sure. We've got 19 modules today. I started the company. We basically had one. We IPO'd with 10, so we keep adding more modules. Falcon Forensic is a relatively new module that is geared at looking at a system and forensically examining it. And this is important not only for the federal government, but also for other commercial customers. And it's just one of many modules that we have. And again, it's the reason why we've done so well is this modular Salesforce of security approach that we've taken.
Now, I wonder if you can give us a sense of what's going on, George, with ransomware. You talk about the profit spider here. We sort of, in the news, can sometimes be spotty on following trends, particularly in security. We talk about it for a bit, then we don't talk about it, but that doesn't mean that the ransomware threat or that the persistence has flagged at all. Has there been sort of a professionalizing and even platforming of ransomware over the past few months?
Absolutely. We see ransomware as a service. And the thing to remember is that the e-crime market is very fluid, it's very dynamic, and it's very organized. And you can buy access to a particular company. You can buy ransomware as a service. You can buy mule services to move money around. But the interesting thing about ransomware as a service is that just like software companies, they're looking to make it a subscription. And they also get 20% of the ransom that is created. So they can sell this kit to almost anyone, and any ransom that's collected, they'll take 20%. So it's a very well-run organization, many of them. They come and go, but they're here to stay, and they're very persistent.
George, I'm glad we have you on today because there were some headlines this morning about some Treasury sanctions regarding some bad actors in the crypto space. The president mentioned multilateralism and global coordination in fighting cybercrime today at the UN. I wonder, that sort of partnership between countries, is it a net positive or does it create complications that gets in the way of good policy?
I think in general it's a net positive. You have to remember on the internet, it's not just about the U.S., and a lot of these attacks are coming from abroad. And it's really just the laws are different. The interactions between governments are different. So if we can get to a level of cooperation from these governments to help stem the tide, particularly in e-crime, I think it's a good thing.